Alrighty, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to some more Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting. It's been a minute since we've done one of those, and now that you mention it, Shady, currently watching the Unsubscribe with Tectone. Think you hooked me on this podcast? See, exactly. Now that you mention it, I think I'm starting to pick up two things. I'm starting to pick up the intro like style from it's Gundam Boy for Helldivers content, and I'm definitely picking up some Donut Operator. It's absolutely happening. I'm a fucking chameleon. Just this is now part of my personality. Congratulations, everyone else must suffer. But yeah, how you doing, Shady? We talked a little bit earlier when we were watching when we were watching a bunch of the ad breaks in the Unsubscribed podcast. But yeah, hope you're well. I am the Excite. I'm ready to get back in this. Preview projector. Bazam. This game. Oh god. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. It's been so fucking toasty up here. Like, my hands are so sweaty. Today, we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff. We're gonna go after some enhanced odds outbreaks with some Oddish. We're gonna go after some Petilil. Petilil is gonna be really easy because we only need 2 of them, just 2. Oddish, that one can be a little more tricky because of the amount that we need of a specific gender and the fact that they aren't monogenders. So that's what we're gonna do, as well as similar situation with Roly-Coly. I know that's not the grass type outbreak, but the other one, Capsicid, we've already done. So, kind of pointless. It's fine. So, yeah, so if you haven't already and you're here from the future, or you're here now and you're just tuning in, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're in the future, comment down below. You know, what is your favorite shiny? Which one? I don't know. I'm engagement farming. But yeah, like, subscribe, check out all the stuff down below in the description, like my friends' channels, timestamps, the spreadsheet, the playlist for the rest of the series, for the arc, for the Pokemon Arc project, and also you should go check out my Streamlabs. That's there, my Streamlabs, where you can send me coin. Not required, but it is very much appreciated. So let's get right on into this. Now that it's like really quiet here. Oh, I've done some things. Okay, so I've done some things. I have figured out that I can, I figured out how audio ducking works. And it's kind of cool. Okay, so I figured out how audio ducking works and like how to actually like properly apply it. So now that when I'm talking, the music should actually, the music and the game should get really, really quiet in comparison. And then when I stop talking, it'll get loud again. And it should be fairly natural. Hopefully. I will have to like review that later in post. But yeah, so that's gonna be like a thing going on now. It's gonna make editing like a fucking breeze for me. It's gonna be way easier to deal with. But yeah, so I suppose it's time. It would also help if I didn't have an Ursaluna in my party. I finally have managed to get around to, ooh, Dedenne, hold on, we have Beans here. I don't know why your name is Beans, but I love it. I love your name being Beans. That's adorable. Do we have Dedenne? Dedenne. We have you marked off as well in the spreadsheet. I've got to make the spreadsheet a little cleaner. It's got to be a little better. And I've got to finish more, you know, working on it. Let's see. Did not read that in time. I'm well. D&D was canceled though. Well, it's good that you're well, but unfortunate that D&D is canceled. My hand is itching. I think I'm having some sort of like minor allergic reaction to something, and I don't know what it is, because like, and it's something like the back of my hand here is brushing up against, and I don't know what that is. Because it's resulting in like, you know, just a little bit of itchiness, but like, and some like the very like beginnings of hives, but it's not like actually anything serious because this happened last night and that's about as far as it went. So I'm trying to figure out like what that is, and I don't know. I have no idea what it is, because this is my dominant hand. I'm using it for everything. So I don't know. But it's not, again, it's not really a big deal, so don't worry about it. But yeah, so let's get started with this. I'm figuring what I can do, because these are enhanced odds. I'm not gonna go crazy and do any sort of nonsense trying to figure out like, oh, is this one shiny? Is this one not shiny? I'm just gonna start knocking them all out and then reset if I have to. Hopefully we find one pretty quickly. But yeah, we only need 2 Petilil. Do your thing, Vikavolt. Petilil. Yeah, we need 2. So we need 1 for regular Lilligant and 1 for Hisuian Lilligant, which we can actually go and do today as well. We'll evolve that one in Legends Arceus. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. Kind of having a difficult time telling which one of these could possibly be shiny, but I have a feeling it's just going to be more yellow instead of kind of a yellow-green. The eyes are going to be sort of the giveaway mostly, but they're also really small, so it's not really going to be that helpful. I am going to be having to step away here fairly soon because I have a pizza that is being, you know, prepared just for me. Very graciously and kindly. So I'm going to have to go and collect that probably in about 10-15 minutes. But by the time that it'll probably be around the time that we actually find a shiny or get the outbreak, you know, done enough to then hunt for the shiny properly. Yeah, easy peasy. Outbreak is going down. Also, I have adjusted my microphone somewhat in OBS, like the settings for it. It is now set to mono, so now hopefully there shouldn't be any sort of like weirdness going on with it. There was some weirdness, like where it would just kind of not want to cooperate. And basically some like you would get higher volume in one ear than the other, even though the same thing was being said. It was a little funky. So I have now fixed this. Hopefully. It does seem to still be kind of a little wonky every once in a while by like a single decibel, but it's never a big deal. This is definitely going to be a bit of a test stream for that, so I'll be taking a look at that later. Get him. So adorable the way that, first of all, they don't have legs, so I imagine they kind of hop, but no, they totally just they somehow moved. They did like an actual like walking animation, and I don't much like it. Like, come towards me, do funny things. Come here. Yeah, it doesn't hop, it waddles. I don't know how I feel about that for something with no legs. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. What a weird game. Something I've been kind of wanting to toy around with as well in terms of formatting, because I've just been kind of trying to change things around, improve things if I can. But one thing I've wanted to change in the formatting is I've got a really long title, and I think it's good. It tells everybody, you know, like, okay, here's like, it's kind of niche, kind of weird. It's got shiny hunting in there, so it'll pick that up in the algorithm, I guess. Like if people are looking for it, maybe. But it also has like a weird title. It's sort of a subtitle, right? You have like the main like name of the stream, like today it's like the grass outbreaks, And then it's got, you know, the the Pokemon Arc project, and then it's got, you know, shiny hunting and all that bullshit, right? So the thing I'm trying to work in there is somehow also the total of like how many we have left to hunt. Because we're at like 900 out of 2169. Which is not bad. Like we're not halfway, but we're definitely like we're well over a third. It's gonna take a couple years, but I think we're gonna do it. It's interesting now that I've like kind of have like I'm actually seeing it compiled in the spreadsheet. That like that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy that we've gotten this far after doing this for I think over a year now. Because I think I started this in June, admittedly under a different, you know, a different idea and title, but I think I started it in June or July of last year. So I think we've approached the year mark. I have to go look that up now. I have to go check that. Hold on. Pause. You know, not pause, but you know, let me check. Like, how has it actually been a year since I started shiny hunting, like with this project on stream? Let me see here. Playlists. This one. June 9th, 2024. We hit the anniversary of the first, then it was just called Shiny Hunting Saturday, or Shiny Hunt Saturday. But we hit the anniversary for it like a little bit ago. That's crazy. I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't even notice. All right, not many left from the outbreak. Okay. I haven't noticed one shiny yet, but let's knock out a few more and then just kind of let's see if we can do some resets and be able to tell the difference here. Probably that one and then this last one here. No more. All right. Can't. There we go. Have to zoom in a little bit to be able to see. Part of what's gonna be able to. Part of how I'm gonna be able to tell is the eyes and the color, because the color is a little close still, but the eyes are red on the non-shiny. So and they turn kind of purple on the shiny. So I think as long as I pay attention to the eyes, get real close, we'll be able to see. It will not be an issue. Is there a, you know, now that I think about it, is there a Lilligant in Legends Arceus that is there like an alpha Lilligant that you can just find? I wouldn't mind doing one of those again. I haven't played Arceus in a hot minute. I would not mind doing basically a Shalfa hunt. Maybe we only get one Lilligant. Let me double and triple check before I commit to something. Let me take a look here. Let me swap back to this. Move there. Okay. Alpha Lilligant, or better yet, guaranteed alphas. Alpha Pokemon. PLA. Okay. List of Pokemon with guaranteed alpha spawns in the Obsidian Fieldlands, the Crimson Mirelands. Here we go, here we go. Coronet Highlands, we do not see any Lilligant, unfortunately. That sucks. Okay, that would have been fun. Okay, well, we keep to the same plan then. God, it's nice having a third monitor again, because then I can look over here, go here, and then look here. Oh man, okay. red eyes, I can tell from here. Thankfully, the contrast is high enough to where you can kind of, you can get a good eye for it. Yeah, we're just gonna do a few resets, and then I think what I'm gonna do for the next outbreaks from here, like when it comes to Petilil, I think what the next ones I'm gonna do are I'm gonna save beforehand, and then we'll and then we'll continue, because I don't mind, you know, knocking them all out and then resetting and everything, but I should probably get the roly-poly done if I'm gonna do that. Hey, Swamp Thing. How you doing, dude? That was kind of like a weird slurred way of saying that. Excuse me, how are you doing, dude? Now that I sound more white. What did you think about Mega Dragonite? I don't. Like, I've always wanted a Mega Dragonite for the meme, you know, Mega Dragonite, but I don't much care for it. I think its color should have changed. I think it should have turned blue, or maybe even sort of a more muted, you know, maybe more of a darker blue, kind of in between. You can't really go in between blue and orange. It's not really a thing, but I hope the shiny at least is blue. Because, you know, you can do that with Garchomp, like you Mega Garchomp is pink instead of, you know, kind of like its weird, you know, muted color instead. So color-wise, I think it's fine. Design-wise, I think the wings are a little goofy. I think they're a little too big. It doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense, especially when they're larger than the wings on its back. But, you know, I'm not opposed. I'm happy. I would love to see what the stats are. I'd love to see that in competitive. I think that would spice things up real nicely. Especially if it keeps multi-scale, or multi-scale or something like better. Ooh, also, like, wait, instead of the ability, okay. I don't think we get abilities in ZA. Excuse me. But what if it got the, oh shit, what's the ability that turns like normal type moves into flying type? Is it Aerolate? Because I think that's the one that Salamence got, and that would be dope. Like, I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities for Mega Dragonite, and I'm really happy about it. I like it. I think its design is a little goofy. I think they could have tried a little harder. And I think they could have done, you know, given it some more pizzazz. But overall, I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna sit here and clown on it, you know, constantly. But what I will say is that I'm a little displeased with that basically being the only like new thing that we got to see in that direct. Like, okay, we got to see the extent of the character customization, and that was pretty cool. I liked that. But and there was sort of a thing about it where it essentially did confirm the leaks. Like there was like a bunch of leaks of like new megas, and then like some of them were like, okay, like that one I can see, that one makes sense, and there were some mock-ups for it and everything. And then, for example, Starmie and Scrafty, right? I'm like, all right, cool. No, those are fine. Those are aight. No big, oh my god. I had an army behind me. And those were, you know, interesting to see in the leaks. But then you saw your friend's Pokemon, your team members. What was it, MZ or something like that? One of them has a Staryu, and one of them has a Scraggy. And one of them's wearing a white jacket, kind of like the description of the Scrafty meme. But not meme, excuse me, artist rendition. I don't know why I said meme. It's like, that seemingly confirms the leaks. So I guess we did get that. But if we didn't have the leak, we still wouldn't know. This does tell me though we're getting Scolipede, and I'm okay with that. I was kind of hoping for Arbok for the evil guy, the Syndicate man. I was kind of hoping we'd be getting Arbok because that's what they were showing off, but Scolipede makes more sense because that was in the leaks. And you can kind of see it. I dig it. I'm okay with that. Scolipede is a huge favorite of mine. I love Scolipede. Yeah. Like, I don't know. The ongoing phrase that I've had for that direct was, this could have been an email. I've been saying it for like over a week now. And largely a lot of that direct really could have just been like a, hey, here's what it is. Here's what you get. But like, you know, I'm just not sold on the Pokemon, not direct, excuse me, the Pokemon Presents like trailer. I'm not really sold on that. But again, Dragonite, it's cool. Lillian Shiny is really, really good. It's okay. I don't think it's crazy. But it's good. It's a good shiny. It's solid. Petilil's, on the other hand, not so much, because you can't fucking tell in this format. Also, the fact that it walks, I don't like. I still don't like that. It's freaking me out. Hey, look, a Petilil leaf. And a Pokeball. That's cool. And they always do that to us. You know, they have recently. The last couple years, they really have. They've just been kind of, like, very loose on details. Very keeping everything very close. And I kind of get that. I understand it. Like, you don't want to give too, because there was a problem. There was a huge problem back in X and Y. It wasn't X and Y. It was, let me see like a new location here. Is there another one? Okay, down south. Back in X and Y and Oros, and in Sun and Moon as well. Basically, they had a huge problem of, let's give you new information, like through like Korokoro or what have you, every week or two. And then, like, congratulations. You now know every single new thing before the game came out. You're welcome. And we're all like, okay, cool, thanks, you know, no surprise. And then Sun and Moon, it kind of came to a head when we knew almost every single Pokemon before the game came out. And then the game came out, and they're like, holy shit, we knew every single Pokemon. So I think they've learned from that, I think, and have decided to just keep everything very close to their chest. Which I can understand, you know, show less, you know, show less so everyone else can experience more. Also, that one looks pretty, hold on. I think that's a shiny. It sure is. Let's go ahead and timestamp that fucker. Let's go ahead and get him. Hello, little Petilil. Yoink. Mine. There's our first shiny of the night. Let's go ahead and false swipe you. I don't think I'm gonna have to bother with any sort of like sleeping and all that. I think I can just toss a ball. Just yoink. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Sea Swamp. Was hoping for something more from their presents as well. I think everyone was. Like, first of all, that was at 6 a.m. Pacific time, right? That was 6 a.m. Where they had like a whole hour-long countdown with DJ Pikachu, and then they dropped that presents like that, and it was kind of meh. It was kind of meh. But yeah. Honestly, that being said, the DJ Pikachu thing was kind of baller. It was kind of worth it. It was really hype. I really enjoyed that. It was really fun. Let's see. It just arrived and you got a shiny? Gonna be bullshit. Oh, they were gonna bullshit us just like the last two directs. Yeah, they've got a habit of doing that. Meanwhile, the rest of Nintendo has just been going crazy. Like the fucking the showcase direct specifically for Donkey Kong that they did. That was crazy. Back in like June when they showed that off. They went so ham with that, and I was immediately sold on the game as a result. Why can't Pokemon be like that? Why can't you just be normal? Also, I've got to have an ad from a friendo. Had to reply to that, I guess. Fairly promptly, even though I was a little late on that one. My bad. Where did the Petilil go? Where are they? What's happening? God, my fucking hand. Oh, that is so bad. Alright. All we need is one more Petilil and we'll be good to go. We can then move on to the Oddish. The luck of the Oddish. Oh, I should have titled that. Should have titled the stream that. Oh my god, hold on. Sorry, we're like grass type outbreaks. Come on. Terrible. The luck of the Oddish. Oh, that's so good. The luck of the Oddish. Oh, that's great. What was I thinking? Oops. McOddish. Aye, lad. You gotta be careful with the Oddish. You gotta be careful with them. Mary. Well done. Alright, definitely getting lower. Alright, so by the way, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the stream, but that was before everyone, like, you know, came in and, you know, said their hellos and everything. How does the audio sound? I've introduced a filter to basically give us audio ducking, so that when I speak, the audio of other things will lower. So I'm hoping that sounds good. You know, like, hopefully you can still kind of hear the music, but at least you can, you know, hear me speak way over that instead. Over the game, I have that lit basically on the game and the on the music as well. So I'm hoping that sounds okay. You know, not loud enough, too loud, you know, what's going on there. I'm still experimenting. That one looks... Hold on, that one looks suspicious. And I think that's another one. I think that's another, I think we have another shiny here. Can't quite tell. I need to stop. Well, okay, whatever. I don't care. I was trying to get it to turn around, but it's a big one too. It used Sunny Day. That's nice. Get in the ball. Yoink. Mine. There we go. Petilil is done. At the end of the stream, we'll be transferring you over to Arceus. It's gonna be a bit of a pain, but it won't be a big deal. We'll do it at the very end. So I guess we'll evolve everything here and then transfer it over to evolve everything here except the one Lilligant and do it over there. I wish I could evolve them here in this in Kitakami and get the benefit, but no. All right. Well, I was about to hit the right on the D-pad because I thought I'm still playing Ultra Moon. But I am not playing the Ultra of Moons. Okay. So, as for Oddish, the luck of the Oddish, what I need from Oddish is I need 1, 2, 3, and no, just 3. 3 female Oddish. There we go. But let me double and triple check here. I need to make sure I don't actually have duplicates here that I don't know about and just haven't marked. Need to check. I'm booting up home. That's what I'm doing off screen here. I wish I had an easy way to kind of connect it so everyone could just kind of see. Maybe have like the home layout like right underneath my face cam or something. I'm sure there's a way to like remotely connect my phone like that, but that seems like input lag would be a bit of an issue. Let me go ahead and head down. What is this? It's Yen Mega. Okay, hold on. That's Croconaw and all them. All right, we need to find Oddish. Oddish. Okay. 1 male, female, male, male, and okay, bunch of male. Okay. So let's head on over. Just right next door. Oop. There we are. It's Oddish time. This should be really easy, honestly. Probably something not even worth wasting a sandwich on, but ooh, I should actually just save real fast. Again, I can tell I've been playing a ton of Ultra Sun and Moon. I've been playing so much of it that now my muscle memory is starting to take over. So I'm hitting things like Y in order to like swap things or save or what have you. It's like, yep, muscle memory is taking over. Oi. Also, this Oddish is not centered. That's a little better. Had to give him a scooch. A lot of things that are not Oddish are kind of like coming in here, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna need you to stop. Also, I forgot Back to that. There we go. What? Why are we attacking the... Okay, we're attacking the golems and geodudes. I don't know what they did to you, but it must have been something. Okay. This is actually an excellent location to be able to, this is an excellent location to be able to just reset, no problem, super easy. Also, they're spawning in there. That I did not expect. That's weird. Okay. Did not see that coming. I don't know why I didn't. That also would not be a terrible biome for that. It would just be kind of annoying because, snow. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. There's no other poison type out here as far as I know. Not that a sandwich would actually, like an encounter sandwich would actually help us here. Hello, Shark. Welcome. How you doing tonight? I see the screaming begins again. Finally finished the post game of DK. Nice. I'm ready. I can't wait to play that. Can't wait. I almost don't want to play any new games, like on this, like any new Nintendo games until I get a Switch 2. That's honestly like kind of where I'm feeling right now. And I don't like that. Hopefully it won't be long. Hopefully it won't be too long from now. Because I'd really like to play some games for the Switch 2. Like, oh man. That would actually be a great incentive for me to finish Xenoblade X, doing that in 60 frames. That'd be fun. That being said though, I just need to finish that game. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts here. But no, like, I'd actually like to play 2 on there. Because I wonder if they fixed the memory leak issue with 2 on the Switch 2, or if it's not a problem. Because I don't think it's at 60 frames. Like, I don't think there's a free update for that, but... As in Xenoblade 2. That's what I mean. Excuse me. Yeah, Xenoblade 2 apparently has a, like, and apparently it's fairly well known. I never fucking noticed it. But apparently it has a memory leak issue where if you just play it for too long and you don't give it, like, you don't turn it off, it'll just have a memory leak issue and start performing, like, the performance just tanks. But I never had an issue with it. Even when I just didn't shut it down, I would essentially just... When I was playing through Xenoblade 2 for the first time, I literally did not close that game, like, once for like a week. So I didn't notice the issue. I don't know. Played for like 20 hours straight. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it got fixed, but I'm not sure. This was apparently an issue. Not many left. Okay, let's knock out probably 5 more. That being said, that game also still runs at 30 frames, at best. God, I love that game, though. You beat that game in a single sitting? How? That's insane. Like, did you just like mainline the story just like right into your veins? Is because that's basically what you had to do. Good lord. When a new game comes out, I really look forward to. When a new game I really look forward to comes out, I just don't sleep. But yes, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I've done that a few times myself. When Tears of the Kingdom came out, I did like a 9-hour live stream. I did like a 9-hour live stream, like I think on Twitch back in the day. And then like it was that night. I got home and I like from like 9 o'clock when I got home to like 10 a.m. I was playing that game. But it was like a 9-hour live stream or something like that. I still have that VOD somewhere, I think. Same for TOTK, but I got mega disappointed in retrospect. Didn't live up to Breath of the Wild IMO. I mean, this is the thing that this is the problem I've got with it. Tears of the Kingdom is such a weird game in that respect because it really does make Breath of the Wild look like a tech demo. It technically and mechanically outpaces Breath of the Wild so easily. But my number one point that I bring up whenever you know Tears of the Kingdom comes up is that they just went, yep, we're done. No more. You get no DLC. All the stuff that we left out that was in Breath of the Wild, all the stuff that we left out, it's not coming back. Support is over. There will be no DLC, and we're done. We're moving on to the next project. Bye. That was what did it. 100%. That was what made me stop, you know, not just stop playing it, but like I was trying to finish it and got burnt out and then just never came back because of that announcement. So I still have never finished that game. I intend to. At some point in the future, I will play it 100% of the way through on stream. But I don't know. True, but the world wasn't much more unique. It was basically full retcons. Yeah, that was another thing. The retcons were really weird. And it wasn't even like retcons, it was just, you just didn't acknowledge this at all. Like, it's not even that you've changed it up, it's just, you just didn't acknowledge this. It was really weird. And the underground, it was empty, but it was also fucking dark. You couldn't see shit. It was, the challenge of the underground wasn't to, you know, you weren't supposed to explore it and look for all the nooks and crannies, which you could, but it was just to navigate to each point whilst also being under attack by something you can't see. So I liked that. The underground was fun. I liked that. I did do all of the underground, I think. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That would have been, you could have had like more in the sky for sure. The world was like, the underground does get lit up. It does, but I mean, you're still going to be spending a significant like it gets lit up once you light it up and you navigate your way through it. So the whole point, honestly, the whole point is to just light it up and find, like, once it's lit up, find the small smattering of things there, find the Colosseums, you know, that sort of deal. I think the idea of the underground is the exploration is the goal behind it, not necessarily the navigation, like, in the dark is the point behind it. That is the gameplay loop. So I get that. Makes sense. But yeah, no, like, the fact that there was no DLC, which as much as, you know, as much as I'm grateful we have a complete package that we didn't need a DLC, we still didn't have everything from Breath of the Wild. Like, I think one major disappointment was the horse armor. Like, just like not having the teleporting horse armor was a huge thing because so many contraptions like really liked having horses. But at the same time, because you couldn't use your teleporting horse armor anymore, there were ways to get around the world faster, there was literally no reason to use the horse. Because you have to constantly, you know, resummon it via a stable. It sucked. It sucked. But Tears of the Kingdom, I think, was... And no master mode, for sure. Why was there no master mode? Even in the Tears of the Kingdom, like, upgrade that I think we have right now, there is no master mode. It's still strange. That is a good question. TOTK upgrade. Is it out? Is that a thing? TOTK game upgrade. Switch 2 edition. Everything new in TOTK Switch 2. Let's see. Everything new. Here we go. Take me to the article. Save game progress transfers over, faster load times, enhanced resolution. Okay, nobody cares. Zelda notes, item sharing, auto build sharing, and voice memories. That's it. That is disappointing. Item sharing is strange, but cool, I guess. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, it just feels like it doesn't necessarily, like, it feels like it was missing something, but I think the reason why it feels like it's missing something is because they said, no more, that's it, we're done, we're moving on. And they did. They really just dropped it. It felt more like, it didn't feel rushed. It felt like they were tired of working on it and just didn't want to work on it anymore. They were done. That's it. No more. We're done with this whole thing. It felt like they hated the game. Which, you know, if you're working on a single game for 7 years, I guess maybe it was 6 years, but I can kind of understand that perspective. Like, you worked on it for so long, you're just, I'm done. I want it gone. No more. Fair enough. All right, I get it. Yeah, Pura. Yeah. Pura's great. Pura's pretty nice. All right, let's find a new spot. I'm tired of standing in the same spot. So let's go 20 feet this way. Hello. Bonk. Ah, we're in Lag City. It's my favorite. I am actually quite looking forward to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom because I want to play Breath of the Wild as well. I want to do, you know, both, right? But I'm really looking forward to playing through those with the Switch 2 like upgrade. Sure, you have to pay for it. Okay, great. That's not ideal. But having it like the interactive map, like there's already an interactive map like app, right? Like you can find those on, you know, for your phone. But having one that can directly interface with your game is pretty fucking cool. I really like that. With DK, it actually has some real challenge. I'm liking the sound of that. I'm hoping Nintendo ranks up the difficulty in some of their games. You don't have to pay for it? No. You can have the expansion pass subscription and get it for free. Okay, I don't have that. And I'm never going to have the the expansion pass subscription. Never. I I don't care what's on there. That is not worth it. It's just there's not enough value to that. I don't care how many games they add onto there. Like maybe if they add like, you know, the GBA and DS Pokemon games and they work with home, maybe we can talk. No. I'm not, like, what is it, like 60 bucks a month, 50, 60 bucks a month? $80 a year, that's, yeah, no. 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 Absolutely not. There's a line I have to draw somewhere. If I have to pay $20, like, first of all, I'm paying $20 already, right? And then there's like the added fee, so it's like $80 a year. Okay, you're right, not a month, excuse me. That was a slip, 80 a year. I was thinking 60, that was a slip up. You're right. Still, no, it's not worth it. No. Not when the rest of their games are already $80. Which isn't true, but one is, and that could just be, you know, the beginning, right? Because it's 70. We've already gone up to 70. You're not getting a yearly subscription out of me like that when I only, like, I only give them like 1 or 2, you know, games a year, if that, maybe. I don't think I bought a new Switch game at all last year. Maybe a used one. But no. I bought 1 this year. I'm probably gonna end up with like maybe 1 or 2 this year as well. Like more. And that's rare. I'm not a, like, no. Like, it should be 20 bucks a year for the whole package. It really fucking should be. Maybe 30 if you want to make it like a compensation. And the internet, like being, like the basic internet features, being a subscription should not be a thing. Like what I'm paying now, or maybe even a little bit more, is what should the expansion pass should be. You know, the upgraded expansion thing. Because that is just bleeding people. That is fucking hemorrhaging. I don't like it. Yeah, literally never will. Never will purchase that, ever. Also, it's 50 a year. Okay, still, I don't get to own these. This is like the big thing. I don't get to own these games that I'm essentially renting games on a yearly basis. I don't get to own them. I don't get to keep them. 80 years for 8 members. Okay. So it's one of those things where it's like, why am I paying you so much money on a yearly basis for games I can't actually keep? Right, like, I don't like that. No thankies. And this is why almost every single time I buy physical copies of my games. Because they can't take that away from me. Except they can. Technically, kinda can, but good luck fucking trying. Like, there's limits I have limits, you know? I will buy your new console. I will... Ooh! Timestamp. There's an Oddish right there. I have limits. I will buy your new console because I haven't bought another Switch before. I have one, and I've had it for a long time, right? Okay, fair enough. I'll buy your new one. It's more expensive, but it's got some good stuff to it. Okay, you've got some games that have a bunch of free updates. That also makes it like super worthwhile for me. Great. Some games are gonna have like an extra fee in order to upgrade them, which I really find disgusting. But I'm gonna do that for some games. I'm gonna have to, because some of these games just really deserve it, you know? That's gonna be the best way to play them. Alright, fine. And like, I'll buy your new games. Or, I'll get them secondhand. That's how I'll do it. Physical copies, right? That's my limits. I'm not, no. Like, I will lick the boot a little bit. Just a little. Just to get a taste, you know? It still doesn't feel morally good sometimes, but at the same time, nobody's fucking listening, so who cares? Like, no one important of that company is ever gonna, like, listen and have their mind changed just because I have some sort of protest vote. It doesn't matter how many people think they're actually gonna make a difference with this protest vote thing, you know, with your wallet, protest vote with your wallet. Doesn't matter how many people think they're gonna do it on the internet. It's never gonna work. So, you know, have your standards, but don't go full paladin, you know? Don't go full paladin. It's not gonna benefit anybody. There's always there's always a moderate, you know, like a moderate take to something. A moderate position. There is another Oddish. Hello, little friend. Which direction are you facing? I see you. Yes. Hey, there's one. That's one we want. Gimme. Yes. Yes, my friend. Get in the ball. You're going to be the flinched, and then I am going to go yoink. And now you're mine. Get over here. Thank you. This music sounds so much like Xenoblade. Well, that is because it is also a JRPG, which probably, like, okay, so this is from Falcom. This is from Ys. This is particularly from Nihon Falcom. Ys 4, I think, is what it's supposed to be, or it might be 3. I'm not sure. But it's, you know, the remake of, I think, 3, called Nihon Falcom. And they are in traditional JRPG fashion. They have their lovely, really soothing pieces that are, like, you know, beautifully orchestrated, and then they have fucking ripping guitar solos. Told me this is your favorite game, I believe, or a game in this series. It's yes, Ys 8, favorite game of all time. Jesus, what was that noise? What fell? What just happened? I'm so confused. Did that come through on the mic at all? Okay, I understand what happened now. Okay. Everything's fine. It's just something did fall. So basically, I have a big old fan. I have a big old fan, and it's a cheap fan, so it's kind of, it's not like it vibrates, basically. We heard it? Okay. So basically it knocked something off the table from you know, slight vibrations. Something was balanced on the table and then just kind of like toppled over. Gravity finally took hold of it. That scared the hell out of me. I have no idea what I was even saying anymore. But that's okay. I was talking about East, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Also, I haven't played an East game at all this year. I don't know. We're approaching the second half of the, like, we've already entered the second half of the year, so that's terrifying. Another year is, like, basically already half done, and I don't like it. It's so funny how, like, all the things that I went and planned out, like, oh, I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna stream this, I'm gonna play this, and, like, we kinda did. We're still working our way through some of them, but then, like, it's not happening. At least not in the way we thought. That's funny. Mostly because I got burnt the fuck out. Alright, getting lower. Alright, we're gonna get to the... I discovered a mass outbreak of trampage. Okay. I'm gonna get to the final... like, the final stage here, and then probably move on to another spot, but in between moving on to another spot, I'm gonna have to walk out of the room and grab my pizza. Because there is pizza. So, it's like a fresh pizza too. Like homemade dough and everything. So, I'm gonna have to go ahead and grab that in a little bit here. Pizza without you? Yeah, I'm sorry. You can get yourself some pizza. I mean, well, maybe it's a little late now. I don't know if you have like a late night pizza thing going on over there, but where you're at, but you know, you can, it's an option. Give me peas. No, I'm broke. Hey, samesies. That's why it's homemade. Hey, I hear you on that, man. 30 cents to my name. Yeah, I fucking hear you on that. I have to see about sorting that out tomorrow. For me, myself, and my monetary gain. To see about, you know, calling some stuff, calling some places tomorrow. Just gotta, you know, bite the bullet, I think. Okay, one more Oddish and then we'll do a few resets, I think. I'm actually really thankful the Oddish are very visible because their little plant business becomes like a much brighter green. So, quite happy with that. Also, this is when you're alive. Just pause that, it doesn't matter. probably go here. Let's see. Oh, there are some spawning over there that I'm not noticing. Okay. My bad then. I think DK Bonanza is the first time in a game you can hear banana every 20 seconds and it doesn't get annoying. I'm also curious because I know the platforming in Mario Odyssey, because this is sort of like a sequel or whatever you want to call it, you know, like a spiritual successor. Sort of. It is like the next set of games in that same sort of that vein of Mario Odyssey. Is the platforming like as strong of a... How do I put this? Is it as strong as a focus as an Odyssey, or is it a lot more like destructible environment instead? Similar movement? Okay. Also, is it considered a prequel? Is it considered a prequel or is it a sequel? Because that's one thing. Like I haven't been avoiding it, but I have been like not looking into it, you know. But I have been like, one thing I was kind of trying to figure out just from the trailers and the information there is if it was a prequel or a sequel. It is, you know. I don't think it's going to make a difference plot wise. So, you know, and if it does, I still don't care. I'm just kind of. Technically a spoiler. Okay. Interesting. All you have to say is prequel or sequel. That is all you have to say to me. As far as like spoilers go. Anything else? I'm not going to care too heavily about the story, to be honest, but it's still one of those things where it's like, you know, I don't want too much detail. Prequel. Okay. That's what I was figuring. That is what I was thinking. Hence, you know, New Donk City or whatever it's called in Odyssey. And Pauline being a child. Like, okay. But cool. What I was thinking, but I didn't know if it was like a... It's also a direct sequel to old Donkey Kong games, so it's a direct sequel to like... Oh, that was the spoiler? Well, okay. Right. Except that it wasn't, because they showcased that on the direct. They did like they did like a 12, 17, I think it was 17-minute like direct, like basically here's the whole, like here's the game. They did that in June, and then I thought they really should have kept it secret, but they were just like, nah, fuck it, The Rock is Pauline. Okay, cool. Still a spoiler to some people, as you know, as they don't watch all the trailers. Well, it's kind of part of the marketing now. They really just went, yep, this is it, here you go, good luck. It's like the first 10-20 minutes. Really? Okay. I was expecting like the first hour or two. Okay. That's just one of those things, like, okay, I also know that it got leaked like a few months prior to the official reveal, but it's still one of those things where I feel like they really should have kept that under wraps, and then when the game came out, everyone would lose their fucking mind. Everyone would lose their mind. It would have been so cool. Huge missed opportunity there. Oh no, my rock turned into an anime girl, what do I do? You know, that, like, that's basically what happened there. There's another Oddish over there. I don't like this spot. I'm gonna go... Well, the Araquanid over here is kind of annoying. Let's try over here. If you take your time and explore, yeah, it can take an hour. There's a lot to do, but you'll see what I mean when you get it. I figure. I never made any sort of aspersions in that, you know, direction. I don't know if I used the word aspersions there correctly, and I don't care. However, now that I've, you know, transitioned over to this section of the game and to go find another, like, Oddish and all that, I'm going to step away and go ahead and grab some food. So I will be right back. Okie dokie, I have returned with my pizza. It looks fantastic. Wait, hold on. Nice and homemade. Looks amazing. And you get none. all mine. I'll be sneaking bites here and there, so you're gonna have to forgive me if you hear crunching and chewing. Oh man. Let's go ahead and see if we can find more Oddish. Is that? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Good. It's also technically a direct sequel to the Donkey Kong arcade game. What? Because I thought, okay, so like that's another, okay, so riddle me this, Batman. I thought Cranky Kong, at least from the lore that I have gleaned from other people talking about it in comment sections, I thought Cranky Kong was the DK in what you call it, in the original Donkey Kong. Also, this is a terrible spot for Oddish. Man, this is bad. Yes, okay. But it is a sequel. That's interesting. I've never been someone who, okay, so yeah, so this is a terrible spot. I'm deuce. Cranky Kong is, okay. So yeah, I'm not really one who's, even though Pauline's a child, that's still canon. Is it like Pauline, you know, senior? Or Pauline the First, and this is Pauline the Second? Very strange. That's kind of a cool camera angle. Never gets answered. Okay, lovely. There's probably gonna be, like, lore and theory channels abound. There's probably going to be the Donkey Kong Zeltic somewhere, you know, that's gonna figure it out. So... but we'll see. We'll see. Does it, like, is it just me, or does it actually feel like some of the range for a lot of these Pokemon is larger on the original Switch? Like, I don't think it is. I think I'm just losing it. But it feels like more. I don't think they did anything for the original Switch. I think we're still in the same, like, level of suck. It just feels like more things spawn and it's never quite accurate enough. Hello, Beartick. Forgot about Beartick. What a weirdly shaped Pokemon. Also, why does the fur look like that? Like, I don't like Beartick. Never really thought about it, but I don't like Beartick. I just don't. Cupchew, adorable. Beartick? No. No, keep him away from any sort of school zone. Like, should not be anywhere near there. I'm just saying. Pauline mentions a grandma. Oh, well, that would be the same age as Cranky Kong then. Cranky Kong was originally DK. There's a million Marios and Peaches. Tracks. Million Zeldas and Link. Well, Zelda and Link, it makes way more sense because they're reincarnated. And multiple Ganondorfs, same. Except that one's a little trickier. Because it's not just a reincarnation sort of thing for him. It's also like sometimes they're the same guy. It's usually the same one. Zelda is not? What? Zelda is not a reincarnation. This has been... It totally is. They all look the same. They all inherit... Like, she's part of the royal family. It's like saying... It's like saying Link is not a reincarnation either, even though he looks exactly the same and also has the Triforce of Courage. What about Malon, who's in, like, multiple games? That's... Okay. Yes, you can, like, there are reoccurring... It also Impa. There's reoccurring characters, for sure, that look similar as well. And that's mostly because... Do you want to design a whole new set of characters? No. But, like, I mean, it's like, really, really obvious that these are, like... After a certain point, you kind of have to dismiss... You have to dismiss the hand-waving that Nintendo tries to do. Also, Zelda usually doesn't look this... Yes, she does. There is one instance where Zelda does not look the same. Two, technically. And even then, it's kind of... like... Twilight Princess, where she has a different hair color. Breath of the Wild looks different. Actually looks almost the same, outside of a hairstyle. And a higher polygon count to Ocarina of Time. So the two that I were gonna say were Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Wind Waker is kind of, and that one's kind of iffy as well because, you know, that's not her, like, that's her, she was born as, what's her name? Tetra? That's how she was born or whatever, but then she transforms into Zelda. So it's I can't, like, that actually, you know what, that actually helps my argument, because she's assumed the form of Zelda. It is like a reincarnation thing. Check and mate. Now that I think about it, wasn't Tetra darker skin too? Like, there was a whole race swap too. Wasn't Tetra kind of darker skin? And then they like porcelained her up to turn her into Zelda? Are you not going to comment on the 2B thing? Well, no, because I mean, I knew that already. And it's about as out of pocket as you usually get anyway. Like, let me Tetra, Zelda. Yeah, they kind of, they totally. Okay, maybe it's just that she's tan. Maybe it's just that she's tan. Right? So, okay. But they demelanated her to transform her into Zelda proper. One was also on a pirate. Well, yeah, but still, like, that's kind of iffy. Not that I actually care, it's just that's funny. And it bolsters my argument. Because in taking the form of Zelda, it made her look exactly the fucking same as fucking Ocarina of Time. As, shit, even Link to the Past. If you look at the character art for Zelda and Link to the Past, she's kind of looks pretty identical. Outside of a few slight, you know, maybe a shade of hair is slightly different. If I recall, the only dark-skinned people in Zelda before Breath of the Wild were the Gerudo. Yeah, I think so. Did I say Gerudo? I usually say Gerudo. With a soft G. Who has corrupted me? The second pronunciation is correct. Yeah, I mean, there's some leeway. You could do either way. I mean, you have like either way works, honestly. So it's, you know, it's up to you. But like grammatically, if you wanted to try and dissect it, you could make it other way, because, you know, either way, because it would, you know, you could GE, so like get, or GE as in Gerald. You know, whatever. Directly say their name. Yeah. And the English pronounce it differently. You know, they pronounce they pronounce a ton of words differently than us. And I know whoever said Gerudo, whatever, I don't know if they were even English. I don't even remember them saying it. But the South says things differently than we do. In the West or the North. Just in the United States. There is a correct way. I mean, okay. South rules. Well, hey now. Pronunciation is correct, you heathen. Sometimes. Southern supremacy. You know, you might want to, like, you might want to be careful with that. You know, I get it, old wounds, but you lost. And I say this as, you know, someone who has family down south. Family I don't ever want to see again, but still, I got blood. That is wild. I know you're just saying shit to say shit, but like, bro. Won't lose again. Well. Here's the thing. No, you probably wouldn't lose again. But that is only because, like, if it were to be like, if it were just like Civil War Part 2, like from that same time period, No, you'd probably still lose again, easily. But now, where it's like, yeah, the places with like guns behind every blade of grass, yeah, that's in the South. Let's be real. Like, y'all are winning the next time. We have Texas, and Texas might not have you. Yeah, I mean that's sort of the thing. Texas was kind of, I think that one was pretty iffy. Texas is for Texas. That's all they give a shit about. Texas. Texas has a higher GDP than most countries. Yeah, I believe that. It helps when they don't have a, you know, it helps when they have a low or lack of certain tax rates. You know, thereby inviting more of that in. So, you know, that's got, my nose starts itching after I'm like, wow, my nose isn't itching anymore. That's great. And now it won't stop. Fuck me. Time for pizza. It is fine. Oh. So good. America has 50 crunchies in a trench coat pretending to be one. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Only thing is, yeah, pretty much. A few of those 50 countries aren't big enough or strong enough to actually be countries, so they'd probably have to band together. But yeah, you're still not wrong. No, it's not shiny. Okay. Looking at you, Rhode Island. Yeah. Stronger than a few countries. I mean, okay. Being stronger than Zimbabwe is not an achievement. I should not be talking anymore. I should just stop saying things. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Alright, so I think I've been dilly-dallying enough here. I think it's time to start using a sandwich. I am tired of looking at this. So, we're gonna use a sandwich. We need two more. Two more females. Smallest GDP of a country, Tuvalu, and its GDP is 65 million. I don't consider Rhode Island's GDP is 65 billion. I don't consider GDP an accurate, like, to be the only and most accurate source of economic prosperity and military power. GDP is one small factor in the scales, honestly. It is not enough to actually be like, oh yeah, we have good GDP. That means we are good and stronger. Like, no. No. Means a lot less than people think it does. It's an important one, but it's not the most crazy. What I'm looking for is not that. Okay. Never mind. Is it here? Sandwiches. Oh god, it's been so long since I've looked at this. It's an estimate for sure. But it's one of those estimates that's like, I'm really sick and tired of people making the argument with GDP to do some, you know, to like an only GDP to push for certain things. I'm really sick of it because it's like, this is not an accurate measure of growth, honestly. It's pretty disgusting. All right, let's go with a humongo. Spicy and bitter. It's like the only thing it tells you is it's a major factor in like economic standing, but it doesn't actually equate to, like, it doesn't accurately describe the health of the nation culturally and socially. I don't know if those like mean the same thing in this context, but I'm going to say they don't. You know, it's one of those things. Like, you can look at the state of you look at the state of the UK, the absolute state of that. Is it even really a country? Let's be real. The absolute state of the United Kingdom, and you'd be like, oh yeah, our GDP is great. Yeah, but you have so many other problems. Oh my god. It's so bad. So when people are using GDP to be like, oh, so we should do more of these things that are causing the problems that don't have anything to do with our economic, you know, situation. It's like, great, thanks. Thanks. I don't live in the UK. I have no real horse in this race. But it's one of those things where it's like, I know people who do and who you know, who are thereby nearby it, and it does have a lot of influence over here. And so I look at it, and I've also been following it for so long, like half a decade, no, longer, a decade now almost. That it's truly disheartening to watch the slide into dystopia. Let's see. I heard you need to use IDs to get to the corn hub. The corn, as in the vegetable, in the UK. Yeah, it's true, and it's actually, by the way, it's coming here too. It's all under the guise of child safety. It's not just that. It's all, like, it's sweeping. It's like it's on its way here too. There's a bill right now for it as well, that was introduced, I think, into Congress. I think it's either the Congress or the Senate. I can't remember which one comes first. I always get it mixed up. But, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, you have VPNs and all that, right? But it's one of those things where it's already, we could see that, like, it took 12 hours, less than 12 hours for that legislation to start affecting things outside of child safety, you know, things that were, you know, things that are, you know, NSFW. You can already find things on Twitter where it's like, yep, now it's just politics immediately. Took less than 12 hours to find examples. It's pretty lame. It's pretty lame. Hopefully they have, like, I think they've got a petition going right now to repeal it, so hopefully that goes through and they actually listen, but I don't think they will. Eventually they'll need your ID to get on. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Only a matter of time on that regard, I think. Yeah, Visa and MasterCard, yeah. It's funny how it's all happening at the same time, isn't it? Yes. Before anyone asks, yes, I am. I do dabble into conspiracy theories. They're fun. They're fun. Especially aliens. Oh my god, I love alien stuff. It freaks me the hell out, but I love alien stuff. Especially, was it Varginha, Brazil? The landing that happened there, or crash landing, I should say. That's a fucking trip. Some conspiracy theories, well, of course. It's, they're, like, the common phrase, like the meme, is that, you know, they're only a conspiracy theory until they're true. Right? On a long enough time frame, it's true. That's the fun thing. IMO aliens are 100% real. No, yeah, exactly. Military confirmed the existence of UFOs, but, well, I'm sure. I'm sure they have. The real question is whether or not they're lying. Are they telling us the truth? Are they basically just throwing that out there as a distraction? That's the real question. Until I see documented photo proof of a fucking alien going like this, like, I'm not, like, you can tell me that these are real, but until you fucking show me something, then fuck off. Probably both. Also true. Like the aliens that they found in the aliens, the mummies they found in South America. Those are weird. Those are really, really weird. If they're real, holy shit. If they're not real, congratulations, you're an amazing artist, and people, like, you should be throwing that out there right now. Like, you should be throwing your fucking, your name and info, and, like, here's where you can get more of them. But if those are real, I need information. I need to know more about those. You'd have 100 times more mummies if Britain didn't eat them. They used to eat mummies? Yeah, that was a very rare thing, though. That was rare. I don't know. It's like there's been some gross mishandling of a lot of artifacts and stuff just because, frankly, the way we look at them is just not the way that they looked at them at the time. Like, they were just like, oh, thing, commodity, ooh, how fancy, how rare. And then you look at it now, a lot of people hold the perspective, including myself. It's like, no, this is like actually important, and we should be making sure this is, you know, safe and properly preserved and taken care of, right? It's just, I don't know. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm gonna call that dumb, but I'm not gonna, you know, dumb and cannibalistic. But I'm not gonna, you know, get all bent out of shape over it just because it's like, yeah, that was like a couple hundred years ago. I'm not like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but you know, whatever. Not the same idea. Like, of you know, not the same culture surrounding it. I mean, the British museums are more not British than British, and I'm okay with that. This is gonna be like the hot take of the night, you know, more than anything else. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have most artifacts in the British Museum, regardless of, you know, controversy that arise from it, you know, whether or not they're improperly handled or whatever, because I'd rather have them there than in some other fucking country, because probably they're gonna be taken, you know, better taken care of. Probably. There's always, you know, the chance of human error or negligence, but I don't want artifacts in also timestamp. I don't want artifacts from, like, you know, Iraq to be in Iraq, to be honest with you. I really don't. Given the fact that that section of the world has never been stable in 1,000, 2,000 years. Conquer the world for spice and didn't use any of it? Well, I mean, it wasn't just spice, and it was mostly pepper. Like, specifically like pepper, like as in peppercorns. And they love that. They use lots of pepper over there. Lots of other things, like, you know, different little spices and whatnot, but yeah, no, like yeah, I don't know. British think beans on toast is quality food. I mean, I don't think it's considered quality food. I think it's like a, oh shit, yeah, that's a good breakfast, you know? That's part of a good breakfast. We have no room to talk about beans on toast. We have no room to talk. We have fucking cereal as like a regular staple for kids' breakfast. Like, at least beans on toast has actual protein. You know what the weirdest part of my defense of the English is? The weirdest part is that I'm not English. I'm actually, like, I've actually got a good portion of Irish in me. Irish, Italian, French, a little German, everything but English. That's the irony of it. These Oddish, I refuse to believe that these are like enhanced spawns. This is ridiculous. Very Irish. Wait, no, I'm Scottish. I get it confused sometimes. I mean, fair enough. Oh, another Oddish. Maybe he does have the enhanced rates. Please be the one I want. Yeah! There we go. Very nice. Oh. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Like I said, I'd rather die happy, fat and happy than live with beans on toast. I mean, I don't know. Have you tried beans on toast? I haven't tried beans on toast. I'm not really a big baked beans guy myself, just in general. But I can't. It's like it's not bad. I can't imagine it's bad, especially if you've got something like bacon nearby. I gotta imagine that's pretty good. Because like the whole point of like beans on toast is it's not just beans on the toast. You know, you've got the whole smorgasbord of an English breakfast going on. So you've got your eggs, your bacon, your sausage, your beans. I feel like all that's kind of supposed to go together, you know? It was just extremely plain and boring. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna go pass out. Oh, alrighty. Have a good night then. It was fun chatting. Good to see you. Hope you have a good night, man. Alright, so we already have a female Oddish, so we need a female Gloom, Vileplume, and a Blossom. Okay. So we need one more. Just one. One more Oddish. Okay, good. Why the Pyroar? What is that? Come on, stop being rude. You know, I think Ultra Sun and Moon, was fucking goated. I'm gonna say it now. I think Ultra Sun and Moon is, like, I think the 3DS era is, like, some of the best of Pokemon. In terms of world building, in terms of feel, I think it's some of the best. I think that they under-delivered in a lot of aspects, but fantastic. Fantastic fucking games. I bring this up because, you know, that's the song that's playing, Route 1 from Sun and Moon. It's fantastic. Absolutely delightful. I also realized a little bit ago that I should have been recording in case I ever wanted to turn this into a, like, you know, have a nice, like, high quality version of this to keep as, like, a, you know, compilation sort of deal. I didn't. Whoopsie. I know Recordy. Come on, Oddish. Hurry up. I've still got to go after Roly-Coly, man. Come on. I've got Roly-Coly to get, and I'm starting to get eepy. So, pop up now, please. I'm actually looking forward to finishing Roly-Coly. It's been one that I've been needing to finish for some time. We did Roly-Coly for, like, we did a couple eggs. I think we got 2 eggs of Roly-Coly now that I think about it. We got 2 of them in, Sword and Shield. So, I'd like to get the rest of them finished. We're so close. I wonder if there's more to this album in this playlist that I'm just not noticing. Because it feels like it's only ever Azalea Town. What is this album? Poke Tape or something like that? Let's find out. No, yeah, it's all in here. Sea of Time, Red vs. Blue, Snow Point, Route 113, Azalea Town, Rocket Battle, and Cyanwood. And it is Poke Tape. A BK Net. Damn. They've done lots of these, but then no more game shops, huh? Interesting. Huh. I need to go check them out. I actually quite like their sound. Check them out more, I should say. Most goofy track. Oh, there's one. There's an Oddish. Yes, that's the last one we need. That's it, we're done. No more Oddish. Beautiful. Look at you, pretty darling. Yoink. Fucking perfect. Okay, cool. With that, that's the last Oddish. Nice. Nice. Cool. To Petilil and Oddish. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and head over to where those roly-coly are, I guess, then. Only thing is that I've got poison power on, so I think I might run into things like, what's its face? The car. The engine. If I do, oh well. If I don't, great. I don't know what this thing's moveset's gonna be. Poisons. Stuff. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and start ignoring that Pawniard there. It's not gonna be worth it, so. Alright, so we're gonna be wanting a rock type sandwich here. Rock type and counter power. Or maybe not. Maybe we want Humongo or something. Well, no, actually, encounter would be fine because that would give us the evolution for this thing as well. Potentially. Like in a group. So I think that would, yeah, that still works out. I can't stand this track. I can't stand this track. I'm gonna remove it from the playlist. I'm so tired of it. It comes on every fucking stream. Oh, you know what? Thank you for reminding me, Mitzi. There we go. Why does the shiny Oddish look like an unripe blueberry? Because it, I don't know, it's like a green onion. It's kind of the idea, I think. Little onion, little bulb situation, but that reminded me that it was still on the screen, and so I needed to change it to the rock with a wheel. The rock. How you doing, Missy? Hope you're doing all right. There's you. You might be a problem. Can't you fire? Yeah. Rock and roll. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Rock and roll. Rock and coal. I'm alive. Well, that's good. It's good that you're alive. Are you gonna be aggressive and start chasing me? You are. Okay. Great. That's my favorite. Right. Yeah, normally I would hunt for, like, I'd stream for a lot longer, but I think as soon as I get these roly-coly, I think I'm gonna evolve what we need and then, like, dip the fuck out. Because I am tired. And I got stuff to do tomorrow. Definitely getting lower. That's excellent. Shouldn't be too long now. Probably another 10, 20 more to knock out. Oh, there's the fucking car. Oh, that is bird. I understand. There was blue thing over on side on the rock, and I was like, what is that? What is blue? Oh, it is bird. Bird makes sense. Alright, not many left. Alright, let's knock out like... Okay, that's 1, 2. Let's knock out like 5. 3. 4. And then 5. 5 right there. There's a Growlithe here. Okay, that's good to know. I should try hunting those at some point. Alright, you. Bye. Bye. Disappear. Alright. I'm gonna reset, find a good position. Probably gonna be like right around here. Or maybe even like right her. I don't like that. What I might do then is try and go here. Make sure I can get as many of them away from that section as possible. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're missing one. Where's the last one? That's 15. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and save the game with the wrong Pokemon out. Save the game. Picnic. Okay. So what sandwich do I need? I need rock. But how does one make the rock? Rock, here we go. That is encounter power. What I might just do is Humongo. Humongo might be fine. Let's try it. Let's try Humongo. Nope, better yet, actually, let me try the... Okay. Use bacon instead of rice, excuse me. Okay, use bacon. And then... next. And then it should be... salty sour. Oh, and selection screen. I'm assuming we don't need. I'm assuming we're gonna use marmalade and mustard. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's see if we're right. I doubt I am. Alright, we just need one slab of bacon. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Give me food. Sparkling and Tidal and Teensy. Okay, I guess that makes sense, except it doesn't. Alright. I should have just done a Humongo. I can always go back and change that. In fact, actually, wait a minute. Where's that little book? Here's that little book. I wrote it down. Salty sour doesn't work. Okay, so salty, sweet, and spicy should have still worked then. Okay. That tracks. Because I used the sour. Makes sense. This probably would be the best time to reset and redo like an encounter power or a or Humongo. Now is the time. Before one spawns. I don't like that Diglett. I guess it's Dugtrio, but... Okay, yeah, let's reset everything. My bad. Do. Okay. Let's try this again. Bacon. It's bacon and I think mustard. If I'm right, it's mustard, marmalade, and then salt. Let's try salty sweet. If this doesn't work, then the problem is the mustard and the mustard and the marmalade. One bacon, put that there, put that here, drop the bread, who cares, put the thing, and the win. Alright. I was not paying attention, but did that work? No. So the prop... Okay. Fuck me. Alright, well, whatever. I have no idea. I don't like that you're spawning in there. Stop that. Go away. Looking good. That's 4 there. 7, 10, 15. Okay. hitting the Y button. Fucker. That's another track. Yeet. Really tired of this Mario and Sleep album. It's so long, there's so many tracks, and too many of them play again and again and again. And this track in particular, nah, I'm tired of listening to it. I wish I could have the Final Fantasy ones. Those were fun. I liked the Final Fantasy ones. No, can't have them. Copyright claims. Those are fun. There's 6 there. 12, 15. There's 15 there. 15. Okay. Did something spawn in and then it just immediately despawn? Huh. Five there. 5 there. Oh, 5 there. Okay. There's 3 there. That's 10. Alright, 15. That's 12. Looks like, yep, that's 15. Okay. For those who don't know, the reason why I'm counting to 15 is because that is the maximum amount of spawns that can happen that are non-shiny. Once a shiny spawns in, we can have basically one, it won't count towards the total. So there will be 15 non-shiny and then usually 1 shiny. So for a total of 16. But, you know, I've had 17 before. That's 6. Five there, 5 there, another 5 there. Pain. This sucks. I've forgotten how, like, I'm gonna get one. Just a matter of time. It's just... Pardon me. I forgot how boring picnicking was. Whoops. It was 4, 4. Okay. I'm trying to lock in. Trying to lock in and actually get this done, but may not be able to. Try something here. So we got 5, we got 3, so that's 8. And that's 7. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. That's 15 there. Okay. Sure if I'm not actually missing one. I've been staring at lumps of coal for almost 30 minutes. Yay. Just need to make sure I actually do have like sparkling power, right? Okay, I do. And these things are rock type, right? Check that. Is it this one? Ah, there you are. Okay, you're pure rock even. Okay, so you don't get fire type till later. Interesting. Very interesting. This one. Crazy. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oh, 15. Okay, one of them must have despawned and respawned. Okay. Alright, so the 6 there. 15. Maybe. Yes. Roly-Coly is such a rare outbreak for me. And the fact that I don't get one, like, in a reasonable time frame, like in terms of getting a shiny in a reasonable time frame, is heartbreaking. I wouldn't mind seeing Roly-Coly show up in one of these event outbreaks. You know, make an amendment, add some Roly-Coly, it'll be fine. Another minute left. Probably enough for two more resets. 3 if we're lucky, but doubt it. All right. Whoa, okay, I guess we're doing a system update. Okay. Just in case, I am going to take the Elgato capture and I'm going to deactivate it and then reactivate it. There we go. Just to prevent any sort of weird lag issues. Morning, Reaper. Hello. Okay. How am I doing? I'm all right. Tired. Actually, very tired. Probably not going to be doing this for too much longer. But you know, I'm all right. How are you? I think it's that one. I think it's that one. Nice. Sat down for breakfast. Very nice. What are we having? There we go. Okay, so it really was just like just bacon and the fucking herbas. That's it. Don't do anything else. Okay, great. That's fucker. That was my problem. Okay. Let's see if I can get closer to this rock. That'll prevent things spawning there. And over here. And then, you know, with me being able to see it. Oh, here we go. Charcoal. Interesting. Three eggs with cheese, 2-inch thick pork chop, Greek yogurt with fruit granola, and coffee and water. Very nice. Very nice. I'm down. I want. Give it to me. Gib. I'm gonna investigate this charcoal here. Looked blue from the side. It was in fact not blue. Check VC to see what I'm making later today. Okay. VC. That is the wrong channel. Okay, that is the wrong server. Oh, good lord. Goodness gracious. Mate. Lots of it. I presume those are steaks. Them fuckers look hefty though. God damn. New York strips, okay. Meal prep for the week. Each will make 2 meals. Nice. 2-inch thick. Fucking hell. want. Yeah. Thicker cuts because it's easier not to overcook, or to not overcook. Excuse me. Making other things like sides. Yep. I'm with you there. Also, thicker cuts means more meat, so I'm okay with that usually. For a second, I thought I had one, and I could feel the adrenaline, like, kicking in. I was about ready, and then it's like, nope, no, that wasn't it. I could feel the tingle in the back of my, the tingle in the back of my neck. Nope. We ain't found shit. How much time we got left here? 22 minutes? Alright. Probably what's gonna end up happening is after this sandwich, I'm gonna be probably gonna be calling it. Gonna evolve everything and then calling it. Might even have to evolve everything another time. I have a feeling that's how this is gonna go down. Definitely not feeling up to it anymore. Or as up to it as I was. kind of wish I hadn't gotten so distracted earlier in the day. But, oh well, I laughed a lot. It was worth it. Would have gotten a lot more done. I did put together an edited, I guess what would you call it, like a clip from a prior stream. So I've got that done at least. It's already uploaded and scheduled. Is that blue? It is not. That's just lighting. Okay. So I did get something done. Just not everything I needed to get done. Okay, I need to be farther away from that, apparently. Why did the rain disappear and reappear? Why? I'm starting to wonder if I'm actually going to have better luck doing the Masuda hunt in Gen 8. Ironic. Hi there, Growlith. Are you like being a nuisance? Yes, yes you are. If we get a shiny tonight, if we get a shiny Roly-Coly, the one that's gonna pop up, it's gonna be male. It's going to be the one I don't need. That's how it's gonna go. Just how it goes. The sun is fucking setting again. God damn it. Makes things more difficult. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Alright. No. Not one there either. Alright. Well, I think it's time to wrap things up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to... I'm too tired. I can't keep going. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be evolving everything tonight. But, you know, that's okay. We can handle that a little bit later. Another time, another stream. Another place. That looks like one, but it's not. So yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead, take a gander down below at the description. But before that, first of all, like, subscribe, you know, check all that. And then head down into the description, go find all my friends' channels, my Streamlabs, all that. Go peruse. Yeah, all the important stuff is down there, and what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be Enshrouded. Tomorrow we're playing Enshrouded, and yeah, we're with my friend Eve, who again is linked down in the description. And that's probably going to be a little bit later in the evening, probably around the same time as this. No. Okay. Just trying to wrap up and also like hunt, and I can't really do both of these at once. So, but yeah. So if you, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month, or life, and I will see you all next time, I guess. No? No roly-coly? No? I was hoping if I did the intro, or outro, excuse me, a little bit earlier, then it would kind of show up, but nope, fuck it, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm toast. I'm done. I'm out. All right, again, have a good night, everybody. Take care. See you later.